Well, I am going to go ahead and get started because there are a couple of things that I wanted to say before we dive in and get to know these authors even better. And we've got one who hasn't been with us yet this summer, so y'all are in for a treat. Jen, I'm so excited. And so first of all, I have some thanks to say, some very special thanks, because we were talking about how this summer has just been so incredible. And I have to say, Rachel, thank you, because I feel like you brought a lot of people in this summer, and that was incredible. So thank you. And thank you to everyone who shared. I know a lot of you authors were sharing your newsletter lists and on your social media, and readers too. Y'all have been sharing and bringing in your family and friends, and that is what it's all about. And I have just been so appreciative and thankful for that. And I have to say a special thank you to Terry. I know she's not here tonight, celebrating her anniversary or some such nonsense. That's okay. We forgive you, Terry. But I have to say a special thank you to her, because in the early years when it was like basically me and Terry, she has stuck with me for all 7 years. And so she, I think, has really enjoyed getting to have so many other people involved this year. She's mentioned that a couple of times. So thank you to Terry. And honestly, thank y'all, every single one of you, because this wouldn't be possible if you guys weren't here, and it wouldn't be as much fun. So thank y'all.
Thank you. Thank you for putting it on.
Absolutely. Yeah. I really do look forward to this every year. I really and truly do. So, and I've just been overjoyed to see it grow into what I always envisioned it to be. So that's been really special for me this year. So I do have a couple of announcements, because yes, summer reading is closing, but there's more. So, oh yay, Candace is here. So I have already got a couple of events for you guys to go ahead and put on your calendar. This week, this Thursday, the 1st, August 1st, is our LAM book club. So first Thursday night of each month. So we have had such great conversations the last couple of months, and I hope that you guys will be able to join in the fun. A great way to be able to stay in the loop on that is, of course, if you follow my author newsletter, but I do also have a separate newsletter for the book club itself. So you'll get 2 reminder links with the links, with the Zoom links, and you'll also get the replay. So typically I don't do the replays except for just to send to that list. So if you would like those, that's the way to do it. And I can direct y'all if you have questions about that. But then the other thing, and I'm super excited to share, the following Thursday, August 8th, Rachel has graciously agreed for me to grill her. So she did a great job interviewing me the other night, but I'm going to put her in the hot seat. And so I hope you guys will join us. You can ask her questions. We're going to talk about all her books, and we're probably going to talk a little bit about cover design too. I feel like that's definitely a thing, and formatting. So you guys don't want to miss that. And this is going to be the start of what I hope will be more often doing what I like to call Authors of the Roundtable. So y'all have noticed I have these cheesy little names, but any of the authors who have participated over the years are automatically my Authors of the Roundtable. And so I would like to do more of these things throughout the year. So this will be a first go at it. We'll see what happens. It'll be Zoom once again. I'll put the link in my author newsletter. I probably am going to pop the Zoom links in this group, because I'll leave this group up for a little while. So yeah, that's how you can find out about it. And then beyond that, I have a super secret project that's not, I guess, all that secret, but I'm working on some things to expand this whole idea of share the read. And part of that is going to be more events like this, the Authors of the Roundtable chats throughout the year. And I do have a new idea for a challenge that I may launch this fall. So those of you with kids, I'm thinking through a family challenge, family reading challenge. So stay tuned. I'm kind of brainstorming if you guys have any thoughts, but what I'm thinking right now is probably October-ish, because I feel like families need to kind of get into the swing of school. And then it'll basically just be nothing high pressure, but like what's your family reading together? And like maybe we all share one book that we're all reading together as a family. Even if your kids are old and, about to go off to college and leave you, you can still read together. So that's me. That's my situation. So, all right. I think that is everything. Yes, it is. Okay, now we get to talk to the authors. And I'm going to put my things down here to remind me what we're doing. So I am going to start with J.S. Farmer. And she is with us tonight. She was one of our featured authors last summer. She is one of my fellow Indie Author Project winners from last year. And so that's how we met and everything. And so I am going to ask her to please tell us a little bit about yourself. Give us a reminder of who you are. Tell us about your book. And give us something unusual about you and what you're currently working on, or a new or upcoming release that you've got in the works.
Okay. Well, first of all, thank you so much for having me, Joy. I'm so excited to be part of this. So first of all, I am J.S. Farmer. My name is Jennifer Farmer. I write under J.S. Farmer. I am the author of Blue Sky Gone. That is basically a historical fiction novel about 9/11. That's my favorite genre, so it's my favorite to read. It's also my favorite to write. Currently, I'm working on a sequel to Blue Sky Gone, though it's taking way longer than I expected, way longer than I was hoping for. I was really hoping to get a lot more writing done this summer than has happened, but life happens, schedules, all that fun stuff. But yes, Blue Sky Gone is going to have a sequel. Not sure what it's going to be titled yet. I'm about 15,000 words in, so I've got quite a ways to go. Try to set aside like an hour every day to do some writing to move along and kind of chip away at it. But it's going to be a while before I finish this exciting project. Something exciting about me, or interesting, I think, about me is I'm a former police officer. So I'm going to date myself a little bit here. I was in the police academy in the year 2001. And back then, there weren't a whole lot of female police officers at that time. So something really interesting is that I was the only female recruit in my police academy class. That was very interesting. And I put a lot of those experiences in my book, Blue Sky Gone, because one of the characters focuses and centers around some of my experiences. The character's not me, but I do insert a lot of my experiences as the only female police recruit in my academy class in 2001, which also happened to be during 9/11.
And I loved your book. I should have pulled it off my shelf. It's back there somewhere. I was going to have it to hold up, and then, life happens. But
Yeah.
I loved your book so much. So I'm very excited about the sequel. Yay.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yay. All right. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to go around my screen. So just in the order that I see on my screen. And I'm going to call on each of you authors. And I'll come back to you, Jen, at the end. So be ready. I'm going to ask you guys your name, what genre you write, and then here are fun questions for tonight. What's your favorite reading, snack, or beverage? And what have you enjoyed most about summer reading, or the best book that you've read recently? Okay, so I'm going to get started with May.
Hey guys, I'm May Smith. And this background is different than what you probably have seen me in some of the previous meetings, but I'm actually at a friend's house, and we didn't go home like when we were supposed to go home. So I asked for the Wi-Fi code, and here we are. But so gracious of them to let me steal some of their Wi-Fi and hang out with you guys for about 30 minutes while they're in there with the rest of the family watching the Olympics, which was really interesting and a nice little surprise. But I have written poetry, so I have Grief Like a River, and then I've also co-written some nonfiction with Joy. We've got Finders Keepers. It's a book about writing critique partners, and I am currently writing in the contemporary women's fiction and low fantasy genres. So yeah, I've got two projects going on at the same time. It's not a good idea, but I've done it. So here we are.
No turning back.
I actually don't like to eat. Yeah, no turning back now. But I don't like to eat while I read. It gets stuff on the book pages. So, so that's a Megan thing. I have some water here with me though. Like I kind of keep a thing of water with me all the time. And once you've had a kidney stone, you will never be without water again. And there's that. And then as far as my favorite read, so it's been a really busy summer. Summer's a really hard time for my family and I because my husband has a pool company, and when is everything going to happen for a pool guy? And that's going to be in the summertime. So what I love and I'm so thankful for is the opportunity to have so many audiobooks available to me through my library, particularly right now. And so everything is done with an earbud or two in the ear. And I've been able to really enjoy some escapism with while I'm doing laundry and cooking and things like that this summer. So super, super happy and thankful for my library's app, the Hoopla app. But I just finished Sharon Peterson's. Oh goodness, it's not the Fast Lane, it's the one before the Fake Out, and it's a rom-com, and it was very rom-commy, and it was a good interesting read. It wasn't quite, you guys, I talked to you guys the last time. The How to Plot a Payback by Melissa Ferguson, I think, was just so good that I think that this one was a good book. But I was comparing it to how I felt with How to Plot a Payback. And so, yeah, but Sharon Peterson, phenomenal author. And if you like rom-coms, give her a try. Did I cover all the bases?
You did. Good job. All right. Up next is Cassie.
Hi, I'm Cassie Greitman. I write about every subgenre of fantasy. I like them all. So some epic and some low fantasy, some urban fantasy. Just I enjoy the magical aspect of things. If I use my Kindle, I snack while I'm reading, but otherwise I'm the same and I don't really like to get anything on my pages. I'm really particular about my books. So if I'm on my Kindle, I'll eat popcorn and drink a Diet Coke, but otherwise, yeah, I don't really try to eat while I'm reading. As for my favorite thing about this summer, about the challenge, it's just the community. It's been so great to get to know some people and just chat in the group and have these face-to-face chats. I really liked just talking with everybody about books. One of my favorite things. So
Thank you. All right, up next, Jan.
Let's see. I do have a favorite snack actually for reading. I like frozen grapes because they aren't messy and they pop in your mouth and they're cool in the summer and they don't get my fingers all sticky. Let's see. Best part about the summer, our summer was going to be very boring. And I say was because the challenges made it very interesting and helped me add some stuff to my TBR pile, which is a little high, but that's okay. We really had made the commitment this summer not to go anywhere and take any fun or interesting vacations. I guess that sounds bad. Any vacations. So in my mind, the summer was going to be very boring. So I was really excited to get to be a part of this because it just gave me something to look forward to and be interested in. And even though I didn't physically go anywhere, I mentally went places. So that was really cool. I met new people. It was like kind of like taking a vacation without leaving. So that was cool. I just started a new book by Tosca Lee. Like a year and a half ago, we went to a book signing and she signed her book, The Long March Home. It's about the Bataan Death March. And she signed it actually to my dad because he loves World War II and all that history surrounding it. So I had lent it to him and he brought it back. Well, actually, I gave it to him. I didn't lend it to him. He brought it back and he said, "You really need to read this. It's really good." So I'm now reading that. So.
And did you remind us what you write?
Oh, sorry. I write cozy mysteries. That was supposed to be the first question I was supposed to answer. So this is the one that we did this time was Muffaladas and Murder. So this is the first in series. I've actually The fifth one is Sweet Tea and Suspects, and it comes out August 22nd. We are leaving Tuesday to go on a mission trip to Alaska, so I'm taking the proof on the airplane because we got like a 4-hour layover in Seattle, so that'll be good time to get some proofing done. And then I just finished a new first in series. It's called Beds, Breakfasts, and Beta Blockers. It's about a young lady whose grandparents died and left her their farmhouse, and she decides to turn it into a bed and breakfast for humans and their dogs. And then, of course, there's a mystery to solve. So that's cool. And that's that's at the editor right now. So
Awesome. So exciting. All right, Michelle.
I was so into listening to everyone, I forgot that I was supposed to say stuff too. I'm like, oh, wait, that's me. So thank you. Hi. So my name is Michelle Keener. I'm really happy to be here. I adore Joy. She is just amazing and phenomenal, and this is just always such a fun thing to be a part of. So thank you, Joy. I write primarily Christian fiction and nonfiction. I do have a standalone women's fiction novel out as well, but I'm mostly in the Christian genre. I'm currently working on a book. Well, not really working on it. The publisher has it. So I'm kind of waiting for them to finish working on it. But I'm working on a book on trauma and the book of Job and how we can look at the Bible, how it can function as a way to help us heal from pain that we've been through. And kind of like May right now, I'm not at home. I got called into work. I work for a church, so I'm sitting in our children's church room. So this is not my wall decoration. This is our kids' church wing. And let's see. Oh, favorite reading and writing snack. Okay, so I live in the desert, and it is incredibly hot right now. So ice cold Coca-Cola is my go-to. Like, keep it right there. I mean, as many ice cubes as I can fit in the glass. And that just makes both reading and writing kind of perfect. And then let's see, the best book I've read recently, I don't think is okay, because I'm working on academic stuff. All the books I'm reading right now are fairly boring, but I did just read a book by Bessel van der Kolk, again on trauma. It's called The Body Keeps the Score. And it's when we go through trauma, what does that do to our body? And how does our body remember that? And so that was a fascinating read, even though there were a lot of neuroscience words I didn't understand. That's what the dictionary's for. So that's what my summer has looked like. And I think I hit everything. Yes? All right.
You
Thank
did
you.
awesome. That's great. All right. Up next is Rachel.
Better unmute myself, otherwise I'll just be talking and you'll see my lips moving. That's all you'll get. I'm Rachel Ritchie, and I write fantasy, usually young adult fantasy, and yeah, I can't even remember what the other question was. Summer challenge. Oh, this summer challenge has been fantastic. It's great to see the addition of more authors, faces. Just really interesting to see the variety of writing that everyone does. And I have loved finding out that I'm not the only one who likes to tackle just one part of the writing challenge, the design, the interior. And I know we all have to do something with marketing. So any of you who are really good at that, please come back and tell us more about it.
No, we all need help with that, right? Oh, all right. Next, Candace.
Hi, so I'm Candace Marley Connor. I write children's and teen books. I have 3 picture books out and 1 YA. Favorite snack, if I'm snacking, it's whatever my kids are eating, so goldfish or pretzels. Occasionally I'll read when I'm eating lunch sometimes, but I have read too many horror books while I'm eating lunch, and that is not a good idea ever. So I've stopped that pretty much. I've enjoyed the summer reading because I really like a challenge. It's like I have to read for work, so I'm a bookseller also, but it's fun to be able to pit myself against other readers, and It's fun. And I've found a lot of new to me authors through the group, and that's always fun too. And I've read a lot of good books this summer, which is always a fun thing. So thank you for putting this together, Joy.
So exciting. I love hearing that. All right. So back to you, Jen. So about those reading snack or drink and the best book that you've read recently.
Okay, so my favorite thing to drink when I'm reading is a ice cold mint water. So I have a little garden and nothing grows in the heat of the summer in Florida. So mint is hard to kill and basil loves heat. So I make a very iced mint basil infused water, and that is my favorite thing to drink while I'm reading, usually outside, sweating profusely from the heat. But I do love to read outside, no matter regardless of the heat. And the best thing I've read recently is actually a book called Stevenson Theory, and this is an indie author. His first book. It's going to be part of a 3-part series. He's going to be releasing part 2 probably by the beginning of next year. So he's very excited about it. It's an excellent book. My daughter's actually reading it right now because it's great for really all ages. It's kind of like a mystery thriller type of even young adult fiction. So it's probably the best book I've read so far this summer.
Awesome. That sounds good. Yay. Okay. Well, let's see, I may answer the questions in a minute, but I want to see if our readers have any questions before we make the big announcements. So, Lisa, Terry, and Martha, if y'all have any questions, you can either put them in the chat or just unmute yourselves and ask. Oh, and Terry's joining us while out on her anniversary. Oh, that's so sweet. Happy anniversary. Any questions?
I have a question, Joy. How long have you been doing this reading challenge?
So this is my 7th year.
Wow.
I can't believe it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Exciting.
I know, and every year, like, it just keeps getting better, and I tweak things, and I, see what works and what doesn't, and try to get rid of the not good, and try to streamline, make it easy, make it simple, make it fun. So, and I'm always open to suggestions. So, guys, seriously, if y'all have any suggestions after this year, let me know, because we'll just make year 8 even better. Yes, May.
Hi. So I had a question for Candace. I think the last time that I was here, you were talking about how you were working on a project where you were using folklore as well. Did I get that? Is my memory good? Okay, great. I was wondering how that was coming and how you were doing with incorporating your folklore into your current story, because I've just bought a book on Japanese folklore and I just wanted to know how it's going.
Awesome. So it hasn't really gone very far since the last time I spoke to y'all. I tell myself it's because I'm focused on the reading challenge right now, but it's just I haven't really got into the mind frame of it. But with the folk horror, I'm not really focusing on a specific folklore, more of just like Southern. So it'll have like the Spanish moss, the kudzu might be a killer, that type of thing. It's actually one of those ripped from the headlines books where we had and Lisa may remember this, I don't know if you saw on the news, where a child was in a car and the car disappeared and it ended up being in kudzu. And since I've been working on the story for so long now, which I say long, but I haven't actually gotten much writing done. It's more of just percolating right now. But I kind of forgot like what was actually the news story based on my story. So I can't even remember now if the child lived or passed, which sounds horrible. I probably should check the news article again. But when I first heard about it and how kudzu hid this entire vehicle and these people inside of it, I was like, oh, that's a story. Like I've got to have that as like my catalyst or just either, or the inciting event really. Just because it really captured my imagination. I wanted to somehow, riff on that and everything. And I read a few books like Tori Bogolano's oh my gosh, I can't remember the title of it now, but it was like a Pan's Labyrinth and more of like a maybe like an Appalachian type area, but I really enjoyed that story. And there's like a Lord of the Woods, and like the bad guys aren't that the town people say aren't really the actual bad guys. So it just makes you think the whole time of like, is the main character making the best decisions, and what would be the best decisions here and best choices? And I really like that unknowing in stories. So I was going to try my hand too. So long story short, it's still in the percolating process. I think I have about maybe 10,000 words on it, so it's not very far. But it's been fun to just stretch and try something I've never done before.
It's so exciting. Okay. Does anyone else have any questions? Any readers or have any questions for any of our authors? And yeah, so I think I put a reply, but anything that you want to ask. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and make some announcements, and then we'll probably still have a little bit of time. So if you think of a question, we should have time for them. I'm very excited about this. So much fun. Okay, I also have I'll get to that in a minute. I have a surprise giveaway. So y'all haven't heard about that yet. First of all, our book swag. Okay, so our book swag prize pack is the last one. So I have the names of our readers in attendance are in here, and I'm going to draw one. And Terry. Terry wins the book swag prize pack. Woo! And it is right here. Right here. So I will get this to you. It's filled with goodies from our authors. All sorts of goodies in there. Look at that. And my daughter made the little book cover things, book caddies. I don't know what do you call them? Book covers? I don't know. Anyway.
Protectors.
Book protectors. Thank you. Anyway.
Is it a sleeve?
Yes, book sleeve. Yes, yes. Awesome. So excited. Okay. Now, this is my surprise. So y'all can hear my dogs going bonkers. My poor husband's out in the backyard with them. Anyway, I decided that I wanted to do something special for all of the authors who have participated this summer. I haven't done this before, and honestly, I don't really know why. I guess it never really occurred to me or whatever, but I have a pack. Let me get it all together here. I kept it out of the book sleeve so I could show you guys what you're getting. So this is the book sleeve that my daughter made, and some goodies, some just little random goodies, journals, things like that. And then also, this is one of my absolute favorites. So I love that Rachel mentioned marketing. This is one of my absolute favorite books that has really kind of revolutionized the way that I look at marketing, and I don't think of it maybe necessarily with that term anymore. This is Dan Blank's Be the Gateway. I highly recommend it. And this is actually my copy, but y'all's copy is coming in. So you're going to get that. And then also one other thing, and you get to choose, can be one of any of my books. So y'all know I have the collection, the 4-book collection, but also I have Finders Keepers that May and I wrote together. So this is about writing critique partners. So your choice of whichever one you want. All right, I'm going to draw a name. I've already put everybody's names in here, and this is all the authors. So she may or may not be here tonight. I don't know. Let's see. All right. Candace! Yay! Congratulations, and thank you all, every single one of you. And I also am going to be sending notes to y'all, so if I don't already have your addresses, I'll be reaching out to get your addresses. But I just really appreciate y'all being here this summer. It makes everything just so amazing. And I love introducing authors and readers to each other. So, all right, now our grand prize winners. So a little bit of letting you guys know how this works. It is going to be a bookshop.org gift certificate. They don't do $30 gift certificates. So you're going to get two $15 gift certificates sent to your email address, whoever wins, okay? That's the way it works. But I'm very excited. The reason that I wanted to use bookshop.org, and in the past I've always done Visa gift cards, but there's always a fee associated with the Visa gift card. And so I couldn't do $30, I did $25. So when I realized that bookshop.org had the gift cards, I was like, this is perfect, because my point is I would like for y'all to support your independent bookstores. And of course you can do that with the Visa gift card, but with the bookshop.org, bookshops can get, they have like a big pot of some of the profits from the sales that they make, and they go to all of these independent bookstores. And I love that. So that is why I did that. And, oh, I don't know what I'm looking for. I know who won. All right. So a few fun numbers. All right. This summer has been incredible. So we've had 53 members in our group. Okay. Of those 53 members, we had 32 really active participants for a grand total of 4,445 points. And then for the reading challenge, we had 11 readers who posted that, books that they were completing and stuff like that in that featured little post. And of those 11 readers, okay, only 11 readers, 131 books read this summer. And I'm pretty sure, I think Rachel was like, no, I think I read more than what you said. So like there were probably more. So that I feel like is pretty impressive. Good job, guys. All right. So without further ado, our two grand prize winners, the one with the most points is Terry Sweetland. And the reading challenge winner is, and I'm so sad she can't be here tonight, she is actually leading a Bible study right now, Faith Cruz. Y'all, she read 44 books. Congratulations to both of y'all and to everyone, because I think, I don't want to put words in anybody's mouth, but I think that everybody surprised themselves a little bit with how much they read. Maybe you read a little bit more than you were expecting to, and that's a win in itself, I feel like. So, yay! So excited. All right, we've got about 5 minutes left, I think. Yes, 5 minutes left. I know, right? Wow, 44 books. That's incredible. So, does anybody have any other questions? Yay! Thank you, Lisa. Yep, congrats to all of them. It's been just amazing. All right. Anybody else? Anybody? Authors, y'all can ask questions. Let's see. I will say, okay, my snacks, reading preference snacks. I agree that I don't want it to be messy because I don't want to get my pages messy. But I typically, something crunchy is usually, or chocolate. And I don't let it sit in my hand long enough to melt because I really love chocolate. But more often, I have something to drink. So whether it's hot tea or coffee or something stronger. My husband made me an old fashioned for tonight, so that's my little guilty pleasure tonight that I get to celebrate with. So, any other questions? All right. Well, I will kind of wrap it up then, and maybe we get out of here because we've only got like 3 minutes left. Hold on, I have to see what Terry said. Yes, when you're snacking and reading and then you sneeze with your mouth full, that's awful. That's great. I do like the idea of the frozen grapes though, Jan, because especially living in the hot South, that's really smart.
They're supposed to be good in your drink too, like instead of water or, I mean, yeah, like instead of ice cubes because they don't dilute your drinks. I've heard putting them in glasses of white wine too. So I don't know.
That makes sense.
It does. But I usually just eat them. I've not tried them in anything. So, but they're good. I think they're very good.
I used to do that for my kids when they were teething too. I would use the frozen grapes in the little mesh thing. So I don't know, maybe if Kizzy watches the replay, a little tip for her because she's in that stage.
Oh,
My daughter put sugar on them and then froze them. So I guess made her own cotton candy flavored grapes because most grapes are sweet enough, but she candified them. And they're delicious.
Mm.
I love that candified grapes. Oh. Well, thank y'all again so much. This has been fantastic. I'm going to close us out and then I'll pop back in here. If anybody wants to come back in, we can chat longer. Totally up to you. Okay. But this has been amazing. Thank you. Congratulations to all of our winners. And I hope to see you guys for book club and for Rachel's chat next month. Yay.